Good morning. It is Saturday, March 19th, 2022. We're going to get some starts going. Now, I know I'd said I didn't really want to do any more starts because I didn't want to get too overwhelmed out here. And with what I'm getting going here, I don't think I'm going to. So I've already got some watermelon out here. I've got a few different types of watermelon I want to get started. So those will grow with those. So I'm not necessarily adding any additional, I guess you could call them crops or whatever, different types of plants. It's different types of watermelon, but I've already got watermelon. I've got some other stuff I'm going to do too, some pepper plants, because I want to get some more peppers. I got some serranos and some jalapenos I want to try getting going here. So I'm just using these little trays I picked up. I'll leave links in the description below for these. So I got two different types. They all fit in these same trays. Got these ones here, which are nice because you can just take out these cells. You can even split these up if you wanted to, and just have the little, sections of 6 cells. So this holds a total of 72. And then the other ones, which I'll go grab here in a second, are same size, diameter, I guess you can say, but it's a shallower container. I'll go grab those real quick and show you. So here's the shallow ones. Now these don't split apart like these ones do. So like this one I went ahead and separated. So you got the 6 cells, makes it easier to transport. This is just one solid deal. They're the same size, but they're not as deep. So if you can see that there. So these are considerably deeper. I'm not 100% sure what I'm actually going to be starting these in. Obviously, it'd be something that I'm going to probably transplant faster than I would these. This would promote deeper root growth than these will. So we'll see what happens. Of course, they're all vented on the bottom. Same with these. And the idea is to put them. The idea is to put them in these trays. And of course you fill the tray, up with water, and it essentially soaks the water up from the bottom for your starts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these cells in the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut the bottom out, because even though it's got holes basically just kind of melted into the bottom here, I'm going to have one cell. I'm going to cut it open, maybe not actually. Lifting these out ain't going to be that big of a deal, I don't think. The idea, though, would be to cut one cell out, and that's going to be your filler when you need to add more water. And I think it might actually help. I might actually still go ahead and do that, because the water should still kind of level in there, and so you can just kind of peek in without having to actually lift these up and see how much water you've still got in your tray. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to mix up some soil for these real quick. I'm not going to have to do a ton for these. I'm probably just literally doing one tray of starts right now, because while I am adding more to my garden back here, like I said, it's a lot of it's stuff that I've already got going, or a few things that I already planned on doing anyway. But again, I'm trying not to get too overboard with this. It's kind of hard sometimes. Alright, so we're just adding some peat moss here. I'm going to have to add some water to this. Trying to make sure to grab some of the big stuff. I don't want big stuff in my starting mix, like sticks and whatnot. Like this right here. You can just throw that back in there. Kind of dried out here a little bit, so I'm definitely going to have to add some water as we go. I'm going to go ahead and get the hose ready for that. just a few more handfuls. Again, I'm not having to mix up a ton of stuff here. And I'm going to be adding some of this, I got some composted manure here too that I'm going to use. And I'll throw in some worm castings just just because. And then obviously the perlite. Now, I don't necessarily want my mix, you know, soaking wet, like soggy, I guess you'd say, but I do want it very moist. So of course I put all that water in here earlier, and kind of making sure it all mixes well. You know, basically I want to be able to kind of form a ball. Might actually put a little bit more in there, but I want to be able to do a ball, but I don't necessarily want to be able to squeeze out a ton of water. So this is actually pretty good right here. So just looking for any big debris I can find, breaking up some of these smaller deals too. That's probably enough right there. And we'll just mix that in as well. And earthworm castings, you don't have to worry about getting too much in there. It's not gonna, from what I've read anyway, it's not gonna burn up your plants or anything like that, like some fertilizers would. And that's looking pretty dang good there. Alright, so it's just, okay, look, missed one. Let's get our tray and just go ahead and get these filled up. I ain't too worried about getting dirt all in the tray or nothing like that. So I'm just going to do this all in the tray here and just basically fill these up. And that one's ready to plant. That simple. So there ain't much to it. All I'm going to do is, oh, I forgot to actually empty one of these, so I'm just going to, because I wanted to, one of these that's already separated, we'll use these right here. Move these around, and I'm just going to empty that one. There we go. So I got one tray here left empty, and I'm just going to take my knife, cut out the bottom here, and that'll leave me a space to fill this up with water, and we'll get our seeds in. Now, one thing you want to make sure to do is actually tag your seeds. So along with the trays I picked up, these were like, oh, I don't know, I think they might have been $5. There was 100 of these little tabs. You just take a Sharpie, write what it is that you're planting, you just pop them in. Don't rely on your memory. Just go ahead and mark them, because never fails. I always forget. So we got cantaloupe, jalapeno, serrano, 3 different types of watermelon. So I think our watermelon, we'll do that one, and that one. And we do this one here, just like that. So we're going to have all of these cells, all these cells, all these cells. I think that works out pretty well. So this one is the Crimson Sweet. And of course, you know, watermelon seeds, or, well, watermelon seeds. So these recommend 1/2 inch. So if you look at the seeds, these are probably about 1/4 inch. So that general rule of thumb is just that. If you're unsure how deep to plant it, basically twice the seed. And so we're just going to kind of pop that in there about knuckle deep or so. You can actually probably take this pin here and make ourselves little holes. Kind of speed up that process. Just drop that right in there, cover it up. that right there. And that one's done. Just be careful not to dump these out. I'm going to put these in bags later on. So I'm just going to set this off to the side for now. And we'll just move on to our next one, which is the Sugar Baby. And that's it. And I'm just going to keep going down the line here. Alright. We're all done here. Got them all nice and tagged and planted. And now I'm just going to fill this up with water. I do have a grow light inside. I'll leave a link in the description below for that as well if it's something you want to try. I'm hoping it's going to be enough for these. Basically it's just, well, I'll show you. Alright, so here's the grow lights. It just clamps onto, like a shelf or a table or whatever you have. Each one of these of course comes on. It does have a timer, so you can actually set it for 3 hours, 9 hours, or 12 hours. And then of course it has different spectrums between like a red light, white light, and blue light, kind of more of a purple, but so depending on what your needs are. These also of course bend, and we actually used this when we were still bringing in our tomato plants inside because it was too cold out. And so we'd run this so they were still getting a light source. So I'm going to try this on these starts back here, see how it does. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below. And that's about going to do it for this for us today. Just wanted to make a quick little video showing you, well, we got some more starts coming. I don't know if I'm supposed to plant melons and peppers next to each other as far as starts go. I didn't see anything saying no. I didn't see anything saying yes. I also didn't really look that hard. So I'll let you know how well that works too. Otherwise, don't forget to, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It does really help us out a lot. Give us a thumbs up if you like this. And if you want to see more, hit the notification channel or bell. So otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.